Welcome to South PARANA. This is a new mod map to console. Came out yesterday, April 19th, 2021. This is being recorded on April 20th. This map is by Zeh Henrique and Agro Farm BR, or Agro Farm Brazil. It's 181.33 megabytes to download. I wanted to do a map tour of this map because I like the Brazilian map. Shameless plug, I have a Let's Play going on the South Brazilian map, which is a few episodes in and kind of on pause at the moment, but we're going to try and get it going again. But I was looking at this map when it came out for PC and was disappointed that it wasn't out for console, because I really enjoy the Brazilian map. Something a little different. Everything's in the UK or Europe or maybe the United States, and this was something that I thought was really cool, especially the South Brazilian map, and this being an extension of it. So that being said, South PARANA is in a state in southern Brazil. Actually borders Paraguay and Argentina, the famed tri-border region by Iguazu Falls and so on. Very large agricultural state as well. Wheat, barley, corn, that type of thing. Some livestock or animal husbandry as well, cattle, pigs, and I think it's the largest producer of poultry in the country of Brazil. So a little bit about the map from the ModHub website. Map is based on the state of Parana in southern Brazil. Welcome to the first of the Agro Farm Brazil team, map created with great care and details of the Parana region. And it does look like it. It gives you the feel for it, I think. In addition to the original crops, the map includes the additional crops of black beans, brachiaria, which is a grass that is used for forage, but I don't think that you can use it for forage in the game. Millet, rye, sorghum, and rice. We've seen some of those in other maps, but I don't know if we've had brachiaria before. It's got one grain sale point, sale of bales, wool, cotton, milk, eggs, and silage at the fair, and a sugarcane plant. Biogas plant can be created regarding the player's taste. We'll get into that in a little bit. You're able to supply water tanks in a lake near the headquarters of the farm. And the main farm has a silo, supply of seeds and fertilizers, in addition to a vehicle workshop. And they want you to have a good game. So you start here at the farm headquarters, as they call it, the main farm. Actually, it's kind of the only farm on the map. You start in front of this building, which does not have a sleep trigger. There's another building over here with the swing set out front for the kids. It is also not a sleep trigger. Why is that? Because you don't own this land. I suppose that you could get, if you could buy it, and then you could get one of the mods for a sleep trigger, or sleep anywhere, or one of the farm mats, anything like that. Once you owned it, you could put a placeable here, but unfortunately you don't own it. Let's take a look at the map real quick. So again, you start down here. The map has massive fields and not very many of them. What do you start with? You own field 1, which is right next to the farm. Field prices. The field that you own is worth $456,312. Field prices are expensive. Field 2, which encompasses the farm headquarters, is 1.4 million. Field 3, 1.862 million. Field 4, just below a million at 963,000. Field 5, 1 million, and so on. Periphery of the map, you can buy it if you save up $6.7 million if you felt a need to do that. So that's where you start. What do you start with? So we'll go into the garage. We have a Stara ST Max 105, a Stara ST Max 180, a MAN TGS 18.500 4x4 truck, a John Deere 2560 harvester, Crampa KS 950 trailer, a Stara Ninja 19,000 grain cart auger wagon, header for the John Deere, Agro Mass BTC 50H cultivator, and a Stara Series Master 3570 seeder. You also have the large grain silo here on your, well, or on the farm. Slot count, I think it's 460 out of 1299. We're on New Farmer. I leased a pickup to get around the map because it's so large, and the top speed on the tractors is not very high. So the pickup I lease, which is down in the shop, is 8 slots, I think. So that would, if we got rid of that, it would get us down to 460. Is that right? Let me take a look at that slot counter again. On the garage, 468 out of 1299. Oh yeah, that makes sense. That's right. Okay, so that's on New Farmer. If you come in at Farm Manager or start from scratch, the slot counts at 452 out of 1299. You start with all the same equipment. The grain silo is gone, and you do not own any land. If you sell all the equipment, you can get the slot cut down to 311. Doesn't say anything about being seasons compatible or precision farming, so don't know anything about that. I'm assuming it's not. South Brazilian map was not seasons compatible either. I think every map is potentially precision farming with the Giants standard soil map, or default soil map. One thing that I noticed, talked about how seeds and fertilizer were available at the farm. I have not been able to figure that out. Let me hop in the tractor here. Show you what I mean. I'll go over here and I'll grab the seeder. Quickly, let's just go through the seeder here, get it in the black so you can see it. Okay, currently we have wheat selected as our seed type. We'll roll through what you can put in the seeder. So L1 in triangle, I can scroll to barley, oat, canola, soybeans, oilseed radish, and grass, which is all your standard crops that you would have in a seeder. If I keep going, I have brachiaria, which is that grass type crop that's used for forage in real life, but in game it looks like you sell it like any other crop. Arroz, which is rice. Centeo, which would be rye, millet, sorghum, and Feijão, which is the Brazilian black beans. And back to wheat. Is that all of our custom crops, it is. So everything can be done with the seeder, and then I imagine a planter, your normal planter crops of sugar beet, corn, sunflower, and so on. But all the custom crops on this map can be done with the seeder. So I come over here. If I hop out and I look, I have bags of seed, soy seed on the ground here, and have some IBCs which could have fertilizer in it. Don't know what's in the cardboard cartons here. So if I pull up and I open my seeder, the seed tank, L3, nothing happens. I'll go to the other one. Nothing happens. So I'm not quite sure where you can fill up with the seed and the fertilizer. Come around to the other side where there's some seed over here as well. Push L3 again. And I bought fuel. That's because the tanks here are fuel tanks. So I just refilled with fuel, but I could not get any seed or fertilizer from this area. If I look at the map, again, zoom in down on the farm headquarters here, really the only icons I have are the gas pump and the silo. So again, I'm not quite sure where they're talking about that you can get your seed and your fertilizer from. So you got some large sheds here with your equipment in it. The auger wagon, the larger tractor with our cultivator, the workshop in this very large building, and there's the Lizard Pampa pickup that I rented. Workshop trigger just here, so you can customize or repair your vehicles. The hazard tape marked out box is down here below the lift, so if you drive all the way up onto the lift, you'll go out of the trigger for, or the area, designated area for the workshop. Let me grab the truck here and we'll run over to the grain silo and we'll see what's in there. You start out, you do have some crop in there. So we'll pull up under the spout here, take a look at what we got. We have wheat, we have barley, we have oat, we have canola, we have sunflowers, we have soybeans, we have corn. Looks like it's multi-fruit. It'll hold potatoes, sugar beet, sorghum, black beans, millet, rye, back to wheat. So it will not hold rice, nor the brachiaria. Not sure what they want you to do with that crop if you have it. Looks like the silo is 250,000 liters, which is pretty good size. One thing I noticed that, just put the wheat in here. Because you don't own this land, you can't do anything on it. So if I try and unload here with the truck, you don't have access to this land. So that will limit some of the things you're able to do at the farm headquarters until you can get up enough money, 1.4 million, to buy it. So I'll head back over to the workshop here, grab the pickup, and we'll take a tour around the map. It's going to take us a while to get around because it is very large and very spread out. Now from the map description on the mod hub, they talked about one grain sale point and one bale sale point and a sugarcane plant. And that's pretty much about it. So not a whole lot of sell points to look at, not a whole lot of features to look at, and they're very far apart. So it'll take us a while to get there. I do like the map, and I think it is fairly representative of the region. They have massive fields. Contracts are available, and they pay very well, but they have to, because these fields are so big. So big. These fields are so big. I was messing around on it last night, and I took a contract on field 3, which is just here to my right. You can see it here in the map. I think it's got... It had barley in it last night. Is that what it's got now? It was ready to harvest, which it's not now. So I guess the map kind of shows up different each time maybe you come in, or when you start with it. So let's just go look at contracts, see what's available right now. Looks like all fertilizing contracts, but they pay 51, 78,000, 100,000. Fertilize these fields. These fields are, I'm telling you, massive. This field had barley in it. They were going to pay me about 100,000 to harvest it. So I came over with the, well, might as well drive while I talk. I came over with our John Deere harvester. I didn't borrow the equipment because that would have knocked the payment down by about 14,000. I figure, well, shoot, I already got the harvester anyway, and everything I need to do the harvest. So I got the starting harvester over here, the John Deere, and started going around the field. I brought the truck over, emptied it out, got the grain cart a little later to continue to empty it out. So I filled the grain tank on that John Deere, which is just shy of 10,000 liters, 4 times. And I checked the progress on completion of the contract, and it was 5% complete. Which means that you would have to empty the tank on the harvester 80 times. Which means you would get about 800,000 liters of product off of the field. That would take an incredible amount of time. A lot of running back and forth to the sell point with the truck. I mean, if you like working big fields, then this is the map for you. You're going to be very, very busy. So come to the blacktop here. Kind of interesting, nice little feature. I have kind of an asphalt road, different from what you normally see on most of the maps. I like that. We're going to turn left in here. This is a lime sell point. I like that feature too. You see that? You see the bamboo stand there? So you notice the vegetation on here. Some of it's really neat, like this stand of bamboo here. I don't think I've ever seen that on any other map. That's cool. And you got these trees here. But look at the trees behind it. They kind of look like paper cutout trees that are unfolded. So that's a little disappointing. So here we are, we're at the lime cell point. Very large facility. I imagine you could come in here with placeables and put some additional stuff in here. There's just a massive amount of space in here. So you can buy your lime right there. That's your lime cell point. We'll get back out to the blacktop here. We'll head up to the northern end of the map and the store, the animal dealer, and the sugarcane facility. See, look at the trees. In these trees here. A little disappointing. The terrain is interesting. The road, a little bumpy. Very large though, very wide. You have these ridges that go through the fields. Kind of unique, interesting. Makes you kind of evaluate how you're going to harvest or actually just work in the field. You can see the smokestack from the sugarcane facility. My door open? It is. I didn't know the doors opened on this. Must have been an update. Alright. We're at the northern end of the map. We've come to another blacktop road. See, animal dealer. We'll stop in there on the way back. I would pass, but I'm just going right here. Alright, this is your store. It's a little unique feature I like here is these ramps. So you can back your truck right up here and load or offload your trailer on these earth ramps right here. John Deere dealership. Got some machinery on the display floor. I can do my passenger door. I don't know if I can do the driver's door. Oh, there it is. Alright, I'll hop out. Automatic doors. Come in. Purchase your equipment right there, or you can do it from the tablet out in the parking lot. I drove around the lot here and I did not see a workshop trigger. So I don't think... No, if I can remember how to close my door. There we go. I don't think there's a workshop up here. No hazard marks anywhere. Reset point is here in the parking lot at the main store. Should you need to reset your vehicle here at this at the store up here. So before we move on, let's take a look at the map quick. Back to the map. Alright, we started down here at the farm headquarters. We came up this road and over to the lime cell point here, which is called Tierra Limitada. We came out, we came up this dirt track between the fields here and came down to the shop. So come out, go to the animal dealer and Usina Parana, which is the sugarcane factory or plant. Again, huge parking areas at these facilities. So the livestock dealership, come up before the loading docks, hit L3, pull up the animal dialogue box. So there is only one animal pen on the map right now, and it is a cow pen. You don't own it, but I just bought 10 white Brahman and put them down at that pen. So apparently you do have access to it even though you don't own it. When we get down there, we'll take a look at how much it costs. Moving on. We've got the sugarcane facility just to our left. Again, another facility with a huge parking lot. It is quite a large facility. It's nicely modeled. Makes you want to do sugarcane. Very large facility. So you come in. Assuming you would offload your sugarcane just here. Looks like that's where they would want you to offload it. It goes up the belt into the facility where it was processed. And then the waste, it's like comes out over here. Back to the blacktop. We're going to head to the area that's designated for the biogas plant, but there's very limited facilities available there right now. With the mods that are available, placeables, you could put in your own BGA to your liking. I guess that brings up a good point. What mods did the map maker include? So here we are at what should be the biogas plant. All you have is what appears to be a scale and a building. Scale is functioning, right? Yep. Got the weight of my pickup there. So quickly, let's go ahead and take a look at the, go into the store, go to placeables. Animal pens. all your standard giant stuff. Miscellaneous, again, standard. Silos, all the same standard stuff with the exception of the large grain silo, which is down at the farm headquarters, which you don't own. Decoration, standard. Sheds, standard stuff. Farmhouses, just standard stuff. So you would have to download one of the BGA mods to build out your BGA here. Quite a lot of space in the facility, just consistent with all of the other ones. So there's plenty of room to put in some bunker silos and your biogas plant, your tanks, your tip-in, your digestate to pull it out, and so on. So you can build it to your liking of how quickly you want it to process, but it's going to cost you some money. So go to the map. We're here. It will cost you $121,043 plus whatever it's going to cost you to put in the placeables. So back to the main road. We're going to head to the main sell point, the grain sell point. I'm tempted to try and overtake, but discretion's a better part of valor. I'm gonna just bide my time. I'm not quite sure which is the proper entrance here, but I'm just gonna go in the first one here. This is the Cooperativa Sueste, which is if my Portuguese does not fail me, the Southwest Cooperative. I'm going to skip the scale. And you would deliver your crop right in here. So if we take a look at it in the menu here, sell point, this is the top one there, Cooperativa Sueste. So it's going to purchase all your main crop types to include potato and sugar beet. And then as we get to the end, all your custom crops. I'm not quite sure which one is which. I think the first one there is the brachiaria, maybe the rice. That looks like maybe rye, then the millet, then the black beans, and finally the sorghum. That would kind of be my assumption, just based on the icons. So the other two sell points we have is the fair and the sugarcane factory, and that's it. So continuing on from here, we're kind of at the edge of the map, as you can see from the little PDA in the corner. We're going to pull over here and take a look at kind of something a little unusual that I noticed when I was taking a look at the map. So that tunnel, I'm of course going to hit the invisible wall. Don't want to block the traffic here. You see what I'm talking about there? It's like a little hole there. So let me park up here. And I'll hop out. So see this? What's going on here? If I come up here, I can see the road to nowhere, bridge to nowhere, as the road goes off into the distance. I see a village over there, but there's like this terrain down below. Now I have fallen through down there before. I don't know if I'll do it here or not. Yep, there we go. Ah, boom. And I have now fallen out of the map, which is kind of unusual. So, you know, I don't know how the maps are made. I'm not a modder, but that's a little unusual. You can see my truck up there. We'll see if we can teleport back to it. There we go. We're back in our truck. Close the door. Let's just continue on. Don't get me wrong, I do like the map. I like what they've done. I think they've tried very hard to faithfully represent the region with which they're probably familiar, and the large-scale farming that goes on. And I think they did a very good job of that. There's some little details. I hate to be kind of nitpicky, but the trees, kind of the map edge, so to speak. It's very big, so you really maybe don't even notice it so much because you don't get near the map edge too much. But yeah, it's there. Can't hide it. Don't want to fixate on it necessarily, just pointing it out. It is just massive, this map, these fields. But I really like the terrain. Well, in the middle of the fields, it's very interesting. I like it. I don't know if I would play on it. And I'll tell you why. And it's not that I don't like the map, but the fields are so big. You'll spend hours just working your field. Like I said, I was just playing around when I was familiarizing myself with the map and trying to do some different things. And I mean, seriously, 4 tanks of the harvester and I'm 5% complete on completing the contract. Now, you know, arguably delivering the crop is some of that, so it's not, you know, pure math that you can say, well, if 4 grain tanks is 5%, then you got to do 4 grain tanks 20 more times. No, not necessarily, but it's fairly close. Still talking a ton of work. Okay, so we're down here at the cow pasture. There's some buildings down here. Here is the unload or buy point if you want to pay the delivery fee. You can see the Brahmin up in the field that we purchased. Take a look at the map here. Okay, from the biogas plant area, we went here to Cooperativa Sudeste. Came back, came down this dirt track all the way back down to the blacktop again and out to the animal pen, the cow pen, which you can buy for $111,446. Feed goes there. Imagine probably the straw bedding also goes in there. If you do need to get into the pen, the access, whoop, looking at the sky, access right here. If you actually need to clean it out, I don't know if you need to. My assumption is that the manure probably automatically just goes in here. They don't have any feed, so they're not producing any right now. I should have probably put some in there. Check on that. slurry point right there. And there is a water trough just there. You head up here to a little circle where I can turn around by the woods. And that's your animal pen. The state of Parana is one of the leading producers of milk in Brazil. And you would store your milk. Right there is where you get your milk from your cows. Some more buildings over here to store your equipment. Moving on, we've got one more sell point to get to. Quickly overtake. To the trees. Ah, it's disappointing a little bit. I don't know if you can do... Whoa. I don't know if you can do forestry on this map. I didn't see where I could buy a chainsaw in the store. I was gonna try it. I'm sorry that none of the custom crops are... sorry. Are in the fields right now where you can actually go and see what they look like. Okay, this is the fair sell point. So you just park up in there. This is where you can sell, second one there, potatoes, sugar beet, cotton, eggs, wool, milk. Not quite sure what that symbol is. TMR maybe? I don't know. No, that seems really low for TMR. Well, that would be like silage. No, the next one's silage. Grass, hay. Maybe? It's straw. Grass, hay, and straw. Grass, hay, and straw. Manure. Slurry. I'm trying to think what would appear, or what appears right before silage. That first one looks like chaff. Wood chips, maybe? I don't know. And a gas station. And that is the map. South Parana. Take a look at the map again. From the cows, we came here to the fair. We've been everywhere on the map. Like I said, it takes a little bit of time to travel around. But yeah. South Parana. By Zeh Henrique and Agro Farm BR, Brazil. I hope you found this useful. There's a lot of Brazilian machinery that's come out now to make this map a lot of fun. But I said, you're going to spend a lot of time working in the field. Anyway, thanks for watching.